What's up, guys? Time for Weekly Weird News.
Yeah, I'm still really hungover from those Game Awards.
Yeah, fucking goddamn Game Awards.
Fuck you, Jeff Keighley.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. So, has cosmetic surgery gone too far?
Maybe.
Well, recently, many internet users were confronted with that question and answered a resounding yes when photos of 19-year-old Iranian woman Sahar Tabar went viral. And it's pretty obvious why. This young woman has apparently butchered her face beyond recognition in a quest to look like Angelina Jolie, resulting in her looking more like a zombie corpse.
It's like that guy that tried to look like Justin Bieber.
R.I.P. He died.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Damn.
Anyways, Tabar has claimed to have undergone 50 surgeries in just a few months to achieve her new look and was proudly sharing tons of photos on her Instagram of the progress towards her goal. Well, okay, so here's Angelina Jolie, and then here's Sahar Tabar. I mean, at the very least, you can't deny some resemblance.
Right, it's right there.
I mean, if Angelina Jolie took up a crippling crack cocaine addiction and started using cigarette ash for makeup, this is what she would look at.
Identical.
Yeah.
Once these photos started going around on places like Twitter and Reddit, internet skeptics started noticing that some things might not be what they appear to be. So, for starters, anyone who's ever used Photoshop's liquify tool could see the telltale signs of trickery, with textures obviously stretched and distorted, especially in the more horrifying photos.
I can tell because of the pixels.
You can tell it is by the way it is.
Yep. It was pretty clear that the lips were being enlarged, the nose was being stretched out, and the cheekbones, jawline, and chin were being manipulated to look more skeletal. Even her neck and shoulders were being shrunk. On top of that, there's definitely some touching up with the highlights and shadows of her face. Basically, digital contouring on top of more traditional makeup contour.
Yeah, so what the hell's going on here, though? Behind all the makeup and digital trickery, had this young woman actually had any plastic surgery at all? And the biggest question, of course, is why? Getting a ridiculous amount of plastic surgery to turn yourself into a goblin that vaguely resembles Angelina Jolie, it raises a ton of questions. But pretending to get a ton of plastic surgery to look like zombie Angelina, that raises even more questions.
I believe this was probably an art project.
You can call anything art now. It's the art project is the new social experiment.
Yeah.
This show is art.
This show is art.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least Sahar Tabar has come clean that no, she doesn't actually look as freakish as she does in the photos. Speaking to Russian state news agency Sputnik, so we know it's real news.
Yeah, real news.
She admitted that while she did in fact have a little bit of plastic surgery, and nose jobs and lip stuff and some liposuction, the rest is just makeup and Photoshop. She said, "Every time I publish a photo, I paint my face in an increasingly funny way. It's a way of expressing yourself, a kind of art." I told you!
Ah.
She also says that her fans know this isn't a real face.
Like
The
fans.
true fans know what's going on.
Oh, you're a fan of Sahar Tabar?
You see,
Name 3 of her
there's
surgeries.
Mick Foley and there's Mankind. Elliot,
Yeah.
you gotta separate the two.
She also says that all the Angelina Jolie comparisons, where people are like, she's trying to look like Angelina Jolie, apparently that's pure coincidence.
Those people are mean.
Yeah, she said, quote, "I did not even think about being like Jolie. Also, I did not want to resemble the cartoon character Corpse Bride. Damn it."
Yeah.
Now I can see that I have something in common with them, but I'm just amusing myself, and looking like someone else is not my goal. Meanwhile, other tabloid outlets, they've managed to dig up photos from another Instagram account run by Tabar, featuring photos from just a few months ago with her looking pretty much normal.
All right. Well, of course, none of this answers the question of why she'd do any of this or how many layers of trolling and irony are actually involved, if they are at all. Like, okay, does she actually think all this makeup and Photoshop makes her look good? It's unclear. But given the numerous other examples of people with body dysmorphia getting plastic surgeries that make them look ridiculous and hideous to everyone but themselves, it's really not that out of the ordinary.
Yeah, just look at the Bogdanov brothers. They're a pair of twins who made their money off producing and acting in a bunch of French TV shows. They were both actually pretty good looking originally, and now they look absolutely fucking ridiculous, with their chins and cheekbones just growing gradually larger over the last 30 years.
They said I couldn't become McDonald's Moon Man Mac tonight,
They do look like the Moon Man.
but here I am.
I've achieved my final form.
Yeah.
Come on down to McDonald's late night.
We're open late.
We're open real late.
I'm a moon that drives a motorcycle.
I am not associated with the alt-right. Don't listen to
Yeah,
that.
that's right. They tried to appropriate Mac tonight. Those sons of bitches.
The alt-right just ruins everything. Like late night McDonald's. Has nothing. It's apolitical.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want a Big Mac in the middle of the night.
You know what? Now that I have a platform and time to say it, I'll say it. You know, they started doing breakfast all day.
Yeah.
You know what I need more than that? Sometimes I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, really hit the spot? Some chicken nuggets and fries.
Yeah, they make
can't get
dinner
'em.
all day.
You can't fucking get them.
Just make the whole menu all day long.
Yeah, why you gotta segment it off? It's, fuck you, McDonald's. Anyways, back to body dysmorphia. Nice segue. There's rapper Lil' Kim, who apparently spent the last decade or so trying to go the transracial route and become Asian or something. Sammy Sosa has spent several years turning himself Caucasian, though in the end, he just kind of looks like he's had all his blood drained. There's this lady, Jocelyn Wildenstein. She apparently wants to look like a cat. Meow, meow. But hey, they're not hurting anyone. Except for themselves, I guess. Probably hurts.
I'm sure they can't feel a thing anymore.
It's outpatient.
Just take out, while you're in there, doc, just pull all the nerves out, too. I don't want to feel a damn thing. I'm retired.
I'm retired. Give me some Xanax and some ibuprofen. I don't want to
Take out
feel
the nerves.
a damn thing. And anyways, who are we to judge what these people spend their money on? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. I learned that from the Twilight Zone.
Sure.
That lady was hot, but she wasn't, because in that world, everyone looked like a pig. She was the weird one.
Mm-hmm.
So, think about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the latest of many Martin Shkreli updates. Ever since Martin Shkreli was sent to jail in September when he could have avoided any actual jail time by simply shutting the fuck up, he hasn't been able to maintain the same level of mischief as before. He has, however, actually been replying to random people's letters that they write to him in jail, which is
Why J-Nug?
kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, gives shitty stock tips. Anyway, the latest Shkreli news is that despite him being behind bars, he is still only actually in jail. He's not in prison. He's still awaiting the actual sentencing for his conviction. This is time he could have spent outside, but then he put a fucking bounty on Hillary Clinton's hair, and they sent him to jail. Because he's a fucking idiot.
The guards there must be like, you fucking idiot. You think I want you in here?
Anyway, yeah, it's looking more like when that sentencing does come, courts might punish him further by going after his crown jewel, his one-of-a-kind $2 million Wu-Tang Clan album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin.
The Justice Department is seeking $7.3 million from Shkreli as punishment for his securities fraud conviction. That number represents what prosecutors estimate to be the amount of money Shkreli profited from these the 3 security fraud crimes that he's been convicted of. And since Shkreli apparently doesn't have that much liquid capital to just hand over, they're going after his stuff, like the Wu-Tang album, but also a Picasso painting and an Enigma machine used in World War II by the Allies to send coded messages indecipherable to the Axis powers.
Pretty cool. It'll look great next to my lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, like judging how Shkreli has treated his Wu-Tang album as a coaster most of the time, and only listening to it once or twice, it's hard to imagine him buying a fucking $350,000 Enigma machine and a Picasso worth God knows how much, and doing anything with them aside from putting them in a corner in his condo and forgetting about them. Yeah. When Vice interviewed Shkreli at his apartment 2 years ago, it was ridiculous how unfurnished the whole place was. Nothing on the walls, empty cabinets, expensive shit just sort of lying around.
I feel like young people with money kind of live like that. We saw it in the Jake Paul thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Threadbare. There's like one couch.
Yeah, if you watch like a bunch of episodes of like MTV Cribs, like it's always very obvious, like where people are like, I mean, the studio gave me this house like temporarily.
Yeah.
It's a TV and a bed, but it's a gigantic house and I
Yeah.
have 7 cars. Whatever. Doesn't make sense to me.
No, but whatever. That's their life.
He seemingly just buys the shit because he can. But anyways, his lawyers are still trying to prevent them from being seized. Attorney Benjamin Braffman said in a statement, "We will vigorously oppose the government motion. Our position is clear. None of the investors lost any money, and Martin did not personally benefit from any of the counts of conviction. Accordingly, forfeiture of any assets is not an appropriate remedy."
And so he's actually not wrong about that part where nobody actually lost money due to Shkreli's securities fraud. That's actually true. He broke the law, but it did end up working out for everyone involved in the end. I mean, that doesn't matter in the eyes of the law, so it's a completely moot argument. But it is yet another example showing that if Martin Shkreli had just shut the fuck up and not put a giant target on his back, he would have probably completely gotten away with the fraud.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer. I was speeding, but I was getting to my location faster. Don't you understand? God.
Yeah, all his crimes were only discovered because authorities saw him talking shit to Congress and appearing all over the damn TV news, being completely unapologetic about raising drug prices. And they probably said, This guy seems pretty shady. We should probably look into his finances a bit.
Yeah.
Whoops.
The actual karma police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, let's jump over to the weirdest headlines of the week. Basically, the jokes that write themselves. Starting with man stuck with stupid henna tattoo mustache for life. Fucking Christ.
He looks so dumb.
Why
Man,
would... I have so many questions.
This is a guy in, I think, Australia. You know, you go over to Bali. You pay the girl on the beach to give you a henna tattoo, and he's like, you know, it'd be funny. Just give me a henna tattoo, like, big twirly mustache.
Too many,
Aye,
too many henna
guys,
uppers.
look at me mustache. But,
Hey, I'm a mad lad. Look at me mustache.
But yeah, he apparently had a severe allergic reaction to it.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And now he has a big scar henna mustache.
Remember that when that guy from Collider got like a full sleeve henna tattoo?
I do.
That looked silly.
I'm sure he didn't regret that a week later.
I think he regretted it 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
All right, how do I get this stuff off?
I did not get the henna.
No, I didn't either. It looks stupid.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, imagine getting it on your face and then having an allergic reaction and having it on your face forever.
Bad idea.
He said that when he was like trying to get through customs to get back into Australia, they were like,
Sir, this
"All right,
isn't you."
Take the makeup off." He's like, "No, I can't. It's like
permanent.
It's just part of me now."
He also has a henna tattoo that says bum fights on his forehead.
All right. Man arrested in women's clothing department. Gunshot wound in buttocks from hoverboard accident. There's a fucking Mad Lib of.
Yeah, what is going on here?
The article is very unclear, but
As unclear, was it written by a robot like the headline?
it might have been. That is happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like running from the cops.
Oh, he was on a hoverboard though.
I don't know how he was. He was on a hoverboard at one point. He fell off the hoverboard. His gun in his pocket, shot himself in the ass.
Oh.
And he was finally apprehended in the women's clothes department of a Walmart. So that's my best understanding of the chain of events here.
That man sounds like a
Real winner.
It sounds
Florida
like a
man.
time traveler from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Just I don't know how I got the
Yeah, those hoverboards, they're not just
They
dangerous.
got a mind of their own.
Don't put a fucking gun in your pocket when you're
Yeah.
riding a hoverboard. It's gonna go off and shoot you in the dick.
Yeah. So this man sets a good precedent for life lessons.
Yeah.
Things you shouldn't
He
do.
is a Dharma Award waiting.
Was
guy.
he smoking a vape pen too while he was doing it? Wearing a fedora?
It didn't say.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna.
We can
imagine-
assume. We can
I'm gonna
assume.
imagine he was.
Yeah. Man suspected of stealing $300,000 Ferrari arrested after asking for gas money.
Yeah, this happened down in Orange County, my home county. Yeah,
His name was Dr. Disrespect.
he just literally he walked into a Ferrari repair shop. The keys were in the car. He drove off with it. The place didn't even realize the car was gone until the next day when the owner came to pick it up, and they're like,
Where do we put that thing?
and then he had it for like 2 weeks, and him and his girlfriend drove around with dust off and like a bunch of needles and shit. And they're like, oh God, wait, we gotta fill this thing up.
They got 2 weeks worth of driving out of it?
I guess. But yeah, they trashed it. It was full of fucking drugs. All dented up. They ruined the undercarriage. They probably put 87 gas in it instead of the
Premium.
93.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
putting
it is.
trash in
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin the engine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Next
So
time,
if you ever want to steal a Ferrari, literally just walk into a Ferrari repair shop, and
just do it.
do it. Just fucking do it, bro.
A Delta flight with broken toilets diverts hundreds of miles to offer passengers a bathroom break. That's very nice
I
of
like
them.
Delta. Yeah.
So
Good call.
this is what pisses me off, because they'll do this, but if you're in the plane on the tarmac,
Like, get back in your fucking seat.
yeah, and it's like delayed or something, you just fucking sit there for hours.
And it gets really hot really fast, and you're just cooking. You're cooking.
Yeah,
cooking a hot one down
we got
there.
stuck in Vegas like that, remember?
Yeah.
It's like 110 degrees out, and we're stuck on the tarmac.
terrible, yeah.
They don't let you go to the bathroom. But because it's Delta, the friendly skies or whatever, they fly wherever you want for a bathroom break. Was it somewhere exotic?
No, I think it was like somewhere in America. I don't know.
America sucks.
Yeah.
Boring.
Irish villagers complain Viagra plant fumes have men and dogs walking around with hard-ons.
By the way, the company, like, they're very unhappy. They're denying this.
Oh yeah, they're like, no, there's no way that would happen.
I don't see how it could happen, but I mean, if
it's the fucking dogs walking
yeah,
around,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like, if a guy's like, sorry, I'm not a pervert.
Hey, it's the air.
the Viagra air. Whoa.
But yeah.
But if a dog's walking around like
Dogs
that,
don't understand jokes.
yeah, they can't really lie.
Yeah.
The only time they lie is when they pull something out of the trash and you catch them.
Yeah.
They give you those eyes that are like, ooh, come on.
Of course they're fucking denying it.
Yeah.
If this is true, and it could be,
Yeah.
that is a
Big problem.
Huge environmental health violation.
Yeah. If there's enough Viagra dust in the air that people are getting hard-ons.
Yeah.
I mean, and also, like, you can't have a hard-on all the time. They even say it in the
Yeah,
ads.
if it lasts longer than 2 to 3
and
hours,
if you're
you have to see
constantly
a doctor.
breathing it in,
You're
it's
gonna
like,
lose that dick.
yeah.
You gotta use it or lose it.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to walk around, like, if you want to freely walk around in public with a boner, though, right now, it's a great place to visit. Hey, it's not me.
Not my fault. It's the air.
Stupid
God.
excuse.
I mean,
Luckily, the dogs have boners too.
yeah.
Luckily.
Hey, it's not just me. The dogs,
As you
too.
can clearly see.
We all got boners here.
Oh, man, what a fun town.
Yeah.
Yeah. United Nations official visiting Alabama to investigate great poverty and inequality.
Woo, USA!
It's a
We
bit
did it.
misleading.
Well,
They're also visiting like a
they're-
bunch of cities in California. And
yeah, they're
other
doing a whole
states.
tour of the shittiest parts of the U.S.
What a
to
terrible trip.
investigate American poverty.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not a good look. It's like, you expect the UN to go to like fucking Ghana or something.
Mm-hmm.
We can be like, yeah, it's pretty bad over there, right? Not as great as America, but yeah. I mean, we do have a lot of temporarily embarrassed millionaires out there.
Yeah.
The UN should look into that.
I mean, if you're living in a state that's about to elect a pedophile, they can't be great.
Probably not. Forcing kid to masturbate for cops in Sexting Case was wrong, court finds.
Oh, thank you, court. Wow. Thank you
The
for solving that
decision
one.
is made.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story's fucked
Oh,
up.
but
and
after much
sad.
deliberation.
This is one of those cases. Kids, do not sext each other.
Yeah.
Because it's technically child porn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened in this case. This guy who was like 17 sent his dick to his girlfriend. The girlfriend's mom found it and called the fucking cops on him. And then the cops, being fucking weirdos, the main detective in this later killed himself when he was being prosecuted for child
Jesus.
porn. But they are like, well, how do we know the dick pic is actually yours? We're going to need you to jack off in front of us.
Wait, jack off?
Yeah.
They couldn't just have a peek
They're
at
like,
it or
well,
have
I
the
mean-
doctor look?
Well, because they're like, well, his dick's flaccid. How do we know it's the same dick as this one where he's really hard? So let's, we don't have any Viagra dust to throw in his face, so you're going to need to jack off. Go ahead, kid.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. I don't remember. Florida, I think? No, I don't know.
Jesus.
But yeah, he's
terrible.
He's finally getting paid for that.
Well, is he
Thank God.
still considered like a sex offender or whatever?
I don't know.
'Cause-
Yeah, he'd probably want to get that removed as well.
Yeah. Oof. Mike Pence once ratted out his fraternity brothers for having a keg.
I love this. Even if it's not true, it could be fake.
Have you seen the fucking meme where it's the kid on the stand testifying? He's just like pointing. They put Mike Pence's face on it.
Yeah, so this is according to one of his former frat brothers. He
Yeah.
said that their policy back in the day was if they got busted having a party, one of them would take the fall and be like, yeah, that's my keg, and all of these beers are mine. And that person would get in trouble
Yeah.
and take the blame. When it was Mike Pence's turn, he answered the door and said, yes, we've been drinking. I cannot tell a lie. Come with me. Here is the keg that we've all been enjoying.
Oh man.
What a fucking narc.
Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't beat the Ted Cruz college stories, but it's fun.
Yeah. It's weird how people who are assholes as adults were assholes in college.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works.
Stop being a narc, jerk. Thousands unfollow Senator John McCain after he asks for more Twitter followers, and it wasn't just a lot more. He was like, it's
Couple,
like
yeah.
30 away or something. He's like, we're just like 30 or whatever away from hitting 3 million.
He
a
hit
big
it,
milestone.
though. He's surpassed it now.
Finally?
Yeah, people bought the dip, and he came back up.
He just probably got one of those Twitter following bots to save face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a couple Bangladeshi click farms on the case. Yeah, but that's
Hey, Donald.
internet, give me more
Hey,
followers.
Donald, can you tell your Russian friends to have their bots follow my page?
Yeah, no problem, John.
Yeah, I can make a couple calls, buddy. How about you sign this tax bill? That's what was behind it.
Oh, yeah. He worked out a deal. The best.
The best deal. The one deal he made.
Yeah,
Get you some more followers there, John.
I know some people.
Yeah.
You heard of Vladimir Putin? It's a pretty big deal in Russia.
Florida man being chased by cops stops to shoot up heroin. It probably made him really
sad.
easy to catch afterwards.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. I'm slow moving. And,
Shit, I'm high as hell.
yeah, I got a big old boner.
Yeah, heroin, real problem in Florida.
Real problem. Kind of.
Because they start you off on those painkillers.
Yeah. Like, what do you
Pass
mean
them
I
out
can't have
candy.
more fentanyl, doc? I'm hooked.
Yeah. Guess
I'll
I'll have
just-
to start shooting heroin,
Yeah.
a much cheaper and
Yeah.
more effective drug.
Yeah. And finally, 300-year-old note found inside butt of Jesus statue.
Who was looking in Jesus' ass?
I think it was like the guy who built it. It was like a priest from back then. It was like
Yeah, of course it
a
was a
little
priest.
time capsule inside Jesus' butt. It's like, it's talking about all the things that were going on in Spain at the time. Very interesting, but it's like, let's shove that up Jesus' ass.
What was the priest doing in Jesus' ass? It sounds like a setup for a joke, but it's not.
I mean, it was put in there, I think, while the statue was being made, and they sealed it.
Yeah,
sealed
but
the
how?
ass
What's the priest now doing inside Jesus' ass?
up. The priest is dead. This is 300 years ago.
Oh, wait. I thought that they just found it.
They just found it.
Well, how'd they just find it?
Yeah.
They were restoring the statue.
Oh.
They were doing like a radio cardio. They were using I don't know. They tapped it and they were like, sounds like a gap in there.
Tapped it. Yeah, jostled around.
Damn, this Jesus statue has a hollow ass. Let's go inside and see what's happening in there.
Just poked around.
It makes you wonder. A lot of statues out there.
Yeah, how many of
them
those statues have
secret ass
Yeah.
notes?
Ass passages.
Yeah,
Probably a lot.
yeah,
Just like that gold in Abraham Lincoln's brain.
yeah. True story.
True, yeah. It's gold in there. You should go check it out.
Anyway, that's it. Go watch the newest episode of Tugs, and also go if you haven't seen Tech Tuesday yet. Tech News Day.
What are you
sorry.
doing? What are you doing? You should watch it.
It's about robot strippers, so
Yeah.
you'll love it.
It's already demonetized, but it had a sponsor, so thank you, Ben Kier.